Hello everyone, this is Deflect with Firm But Fair Gaming, bringing you just an update on Division 2. Division 2 is, I don't know whether they're changing this in the update 10 or not, but it's starting to get back to a grind. Grind on grind. They seem to be making the league missions take a lot longer to do. They seem to be doing all these things so you'll have to play the game just for hours just to complete simple tasks. As I'm well aware, I'm sure everyone is, that playing the missions this week, if you wanted to finish this in 1 week, you would have to do 500 True Sons headshots. True Shot headshot kills. It's a lot of time just sitting there trying to headshot True Sons. That's not an easy task. That will alone take hours to complete. Even if you set it to normal and blasted your way through, it would take hours to complete. The skill kills would have been a couple hours on its own just to complete, even if you set it on normal. 300 skill kills. Probably take you the better part of 2 to 3 hours just to complete this one task. And that's on and above doing all of the time missions as well. So the leagues are getting grindier and grindier. The loot's not getting any better, which I hear they're changing, but they haven't yet. You know, you're still getting on challenging during the time run, still getting rolls that are only 50%. Well, 50% roll on a challenging is just garbage. Like, you just scrap it, you sell it. And I'm finding again on PC. It was great at the start when I switched over. But now I'm finding the exotic drops. They're just not there anymore. They used to be plentiful, and they changed the loot, and I am not seeing them again. So I was on Xbox. I still play on Xbox sometimes. I've been over 5 weeks now on Xbox without getting an exotic drop. And I don't mean like I get the caches every time, but literally for one to drop from a boss or drop anywhere else other than a cache, I haven't received one in 5 weeks. And I was an avid player on Xbox. So on Xbox, I was putting in, hours upon hours weekly and still not getting the drops. So it's just become just a grind with no reward. Like, I got the gear I'm wearing on PC. I got most of this within the first week I switched to PC. So I've been on PC now for 2 or 3 weeks, and most of this I've got in the first week, and I can't get anything better to drop. I've been grinding masks and Providence to try and upgrade this. Can't get it. Now my backpack's pretty good, and my gloves are top tier for Providence set, but it's been just a grind. Like, I can't get a better holster. It's a good one, but it's not god rolled by any means. The gloves are god rolled, but I would prefer the contractors, which I can't get to drop. Backpack is good. It's not perfect, but it's very, very good. But all this stuff I had within the first week of switching. One of my buddies gave me this Vector, which is top tier Vector. So that was in the first week as well. And I don't have anything to replace it. The only piece of gear I've gotten that wasn't from the first week was this Baker's Dozen, because it dropped from the season. And it dropped with a decent roll, and that's what I've been using. So it's back to a grindy gear, grind, and it's just not dropping anything better. Now I've been at this for 2 weeks trying to upgrade pieces. I still can't. And it's starting to get to me. I'm getting tired of just the grind with no rewards, and starting to get frustrating, and it's not worth it to upgrade it a little bit here, a little bit there. And I'll do all challenging, or I'll do heroic, and it doesn't matter. It seems like if I get a piece of gear on challenging or heroic and it is good stats, it's not the stats I want. So I have different pieces of gear. Like, I kept some of these because they're okay stats. Like, I could probably get rid of this one. It's not that great, but this is a decent Sokolov piece. Is it perfect? No, but it's pretty good. Here's one for if you want to make, when armor becomes good again, but tamper-proof sucks. It's not one I want to run. The sacrifice. I've got a bunch of sacrifices. None of them have the greatest roll on them. This is the best one, and it'll be 8% weapon damage if I reroll the armor regen. Here's one I've got that is barely over 50%, and the stat has a skill haste. Not something I want to run when I'm running this. I guess if you're using it for your skill build, that's okay, but it's only 9.7%. It's a gear grind again, and the grind is not working out very well. And that's the reason I switched from Xbox, because I heard the drops were better on PC. And it was at the beginning. It definitely was. First week, I was just great, flying through everything. Perfect drops. Now, not perfect drops. And now they're making the league events longer. If the league events, you didn't need True Sun's headshots, and it was just headshots in general, or headshots and not headshot kills, it would be better. But they just seem to want to stretch it out and try and make you play, and here, grind on this for a few hours at a time just so you can maybe get it to 10 points. And I'm not interested in that anymore. I'm pretty over it, and now you can see I just get mine above 30, and that's it. I finish there, and I'll do the rest of this week tomorrow on the reset. Or Tuesday on the reset. Today's, I guess, Monday. But this might come out tomorrow. So I'll do it on the reset. I don't care anymore. It's getting to the point where the grind is above and beyond. And other than the league events, there's not much to do in the game. There's starting to be some content issues. It's got, grind for gear, and that's all you have to do. If you want to grind for gear, go ahead. I have the EMP. Now I've worked on getting through these manhunts. The sticky EMP, and I'm working on getting the manhunts because they have a good chance at doing name drops, but that's really all the grind I have. It's just, I don't know if putting in that much time and not getting any reward is starting to pay off anymore. It's starting to get into loot issues and no exotic drops, and I can't even upgrade the exotics I had from 30, so in my stash I have a whole bunch of level 30 exotics. But I don't have the exotic components to upgrade any of these because I can't get exotics to drop. So it's just been a bit of a hassle. I can't even upgrade the exotics I do have. So I have the Coyote Mask. It doesn't have the perfect rolls, which I would re-roll, but I can't get exotic to re-roll it. So it's becoming a big, big issue, and I dealt with the grind on Xbox, and I'm dealing with it on PC, and it's starting to be too much grind. So until they start fixing some of these loot ones and some of the issues, it's not worth it to me anymore. I'll go out and I can do some of the time runs, and some of them I won't get perfect scores. And I don't care. I don't need to rerun them. I don't need 10s and everything. I'll do 4 runs instead of 3 runs and get just over 30 and call it a week. Next week when it resets, I'll do it again, and that's how I'll do my league events, because I don't care to have it in the first week. It's not dropping anything for me. Now, I know the season's going to end soon, and maybe they'll change that, or title update 10, maybe they're going to change the loot so it actually drops. It's just, I don't know. There's running out of content, and no drops equals not much fun for a game. Even the targeted loot I can't get good rolls, and I'll try for some of the gear sets because I like to have some of the gear sets in case they get buffs. So I'll go down here and I'll do all the control points. I make them level 4 control points and just do all the ones I can. But even those aren't dropping good gear. It's just dropping. It might drop a gear set, but it'll have crappy rolls on it, and it'll drop the same gear set 4 or 5 times, the same piece, and just different stats. And you can see these are the gear set drops that I've had before. Ongoing Directive 11. Or these are the ones I have. Sorry, I capped. The other ones were worse than this. So my Ongoing Directive, that was the best stat I've ever got on an Ongoing Directive knee pad. This one's a good roll. But that's the best stat I have on a True Patriot gloves. That's terrible. And that's from heroic and challenging content. 2.7% headshot damage. The rolls are just atrocious. And here you're 60, 70% on that. So here's one that's a True Patriot chest piece that's barely 50%. 50% on the rolls. It doesn't make it worth it anymore. And I have, like I said, I have 2 accounts. There's no cross save, which I don't know why Division 2 does not have a cross save, but that's a whole other issue in general. But I'm sure everyone knows the content here is starting to lack. And the league events are just starting to seem to be making them so it's just a big grind fest, and that's all. But let me know in the comments below if you guys are experiencing the same, if you feel the same. I am starting not to be bothered. Like, I don't even care about the watch level, which is another thing. I'm only 74 on PC because I just don't care. I think on Xbox I'm 400 or something like that, but it's not something I want to do. It's not enjoyable. Sit there and farm the same thing over and over and over and not get any reward for it. Now, some of you might feel different, but let me know. Let me know if you guys are getting tired of it. Let me know how are you dealing with the no content, or how your drops are. Are you getting better drops than I am? But if you guys are, I hope it's going well. I hope you guys are getting tons of exotics and tons of loot and better rolls, and you guys don't have to grind like this, because it's funny, because I have one of the, I don't know, in different worlds you can go play with some of the clanmates, and in their world they have less things that spawn than mine. Like, I have random spawn people that are just swarming the area. It'll be an elite patrol, then it'll be a convoy, then it'll be another one, all in the same area. So it's just mobs on mobs on mobs, and you can't get anything done because it just keeps spawning, and then random patrolling enemies, and it's just getting more and more frustrating and more grindy. And that's to topple with the fact that I'm pretty sure they lower the accuracy on the Baker's Dozen, because mine, I have to aim actually top over up and right to actually hit people. It doesn't go where the crosshairs are. So at a distance, this gun is not doing well. But it is what it is right now, and I'm hoping they're going to change it in update 10, and hope they're going to bring some content and maybe make this a little less grindy, or make the rewards worth it. And I until then, I'm just going to do the bare minimum, and this video story has gone on too long of me just chewing out the things that aren't going well, but I hope it's going better for everyone else. And let me know in the comments, like, share, subscribe, and this is Deflect from Firm But Fair Gaming.